Yeah, so we're very lucky. We farm on the Gloucester-Hereford border in a village called Dimmock. We have 170 acres here, just over 200 head of cattle. We grow grass, we grow maize, we grow red clover and lucerne. It's a fantastically dry farm. Cattle can stay outside all year round, so we rear our cattle as naturally as possible on as much homegrown feed as we can, and make sure our cows have a great lifestyle.
And how important would you say that lifestyle and what they eat is to the final quality of the steak and beef?
What they eat is really important to the final quality of the beef. Grass-fed beef has a flavour all of its own. Our cows live perfectly naturally, they live outside, and our beef has one of the best flavours in the world. It's tender, it's succulent, it's fantastic beef, and 99% of that comes from where the cows live and the environment they live in and the way they're looked after.
We know that we produce some of the best beef in the world here, and we wanted to share that with other people, and by matching the beef with a wine that goes with it really well, it improves both aspects. You get more than just the addition of the two, and we just wanted to share that with other people.
So Phil, can you tell me, why did you get involved in Paul and Kirsty's Perfect Night In?
Because they asked me and I had the opportunity, basically. I love food, I love British food, I enjoy cooking, I enjoy eating, and I love showing off anything to do with food. And so it seemed to me to be such a good idea that I, as a cook at home, would readily buy into. It seemed just such the perfect idea.
I got into cooking at a young age. I always had a passion for food, for good food definitely. My grandmother was a very good cook, so I always recognised good home cooked food. She was also a farmer's wife, so she instilled good values into good food and good home cooked food and a lot of homegrown vegetables in her cookery.
Essentially, when you're entertaining, keep it simple. As the host or the hostess, you don't want to spend all evening or all Sunday lunchtime in the kitchen away from your guests. You want to spend as much time with your guests and as little time as possible in the kitchen. And the secret to that is keeping things simple and buying good ingredients. And that's the secret of this proposition, really, is that if you buy these steaks and you buy the matched wine, you can cook them very quickly and simply. You can do some simple garnishes, and you don't spend all the day before or all the lunchtime or evening in the kitchen. You can spend the minimum time cooking, end up with a fantastic restaurant quality meal to put in front of your guests. They'll think you're brilliant because you are, and you can have a thoroughly good night with your guests, not chained to the kitchen stove.
I think the biggest thing for me about British produce and British cookery is we're an island surrounded by beautiful countryside and beautiful water, and I think there's an abundance of stuff available to us as chefs and as home cooks, and I think we really need to start utilising it more. And then in terms of farming, obviously coming from a farming background, it's very important to me to almost to kind of acknowledge the hard work that farmers put in, and it's very easy as a consumer or as a customer to just come in and eat your food and enjoy it, but you have to kind of trace it right back and see right back to the start where all the hard work goes in. And I think that they don't really get enough credit for what they do, which is why something like this, really excites me, and it's something I'm very passionate about, to make sure that everything's getting acknowledged at the level it should be.